Hello there, this is Chibi Pig, and this is, I believe, part 6 of this summoning session that was originally going to be plus 10 Emblem Ike, and now has shifted over to plus 10 Legendary Male Shez. So yeah, Ike is plus 10 now, and Shez is currently plus 8. And as you can see, I did buy some more orbs. Knowing my luck, I'll probably end up having to use all of them before I get these last 2 copies, so... Let's see, in the previous video, I was talking about, like, avatar characters being implemented, and, I was focusing mostly on Mark, because Mark is an interesting case, since, they've been implemented into Blazing Blade since the start, but they have a very minor role. Like, you could basically just cut them out because they're just so optional. And so I was wondering, you know, if Blazing Blade would get a remake, if this would mean Mark would get more characterization, you know, would Mark actually have dialogue? And since this would be a remake, most likely with voice acting, so would they get a voice? So yeah, it's yeah, I don't know, it's an interesting thing to think about. And there's also the question of, if Blazing Blade gets a remake, will Binding Blade get one too? Because that game is the sequel to Blazing Blade. Does that mean Mark would get implemented somehow in that too? Like, I could see them, like, what I could see them doing is making it so that if you play through Blazing Blade first, again, this is assuming they're remakes, if you play through Blazing Blade first, then any character endings you got in that game will affect, certain characters and their interactions and their paired endings, as well as, you know, the child characters, if you will. But I think, like, overall it shouldn't be too big of a deal. I think it should be basically, you know, at most maybe like a character gets a separate, you know, a different growth rates, because, you know, I don't know. Maybe you paired Hector up with Florina instead of Lynn, so Lilina would get, I don't know, access to the Pegasus Knight class, but wouldn't be as fast as Lynn. You know, if Lynn was her mother. Yeah, I mean, like, that would be like a fun little bonus, but, you know, I don't think, like, it should impact the way units are set up in Binding Blade too often. I don't know. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like really tempted to start skipping this animation because it is so blazing hot in my room, because I have to keep the air conditioner off, otherwise it's too noisy. Mia. Okay. Yeah, I really hope that like for the Fire Emblem games that get remakes that they don't implement Avatar characters that didn't already have them. So like the Yoga Drill games, the Tellius games. Yeah, Binding Blade is in a very interesting position as I was talking about before. So I don't know what they would do there. Oh, that's right, since it's almost September, I think we should be getting the refines announced soon. Most likely will include Atri and Legendary Female Violet. Yeah, I'm really curious what they'll do with their things. That, and I wonder what updated skills they'll got. I still have like a couple of Atri manuals from when I kept getting her over and over while I was trying to plus down Legendary Xander on his debut banner. And I've sacked most of them for her attack res ring. So I'm curious if she ends up getting a better skill. Yeah, I don't know what they could give Legendary Female Violet. Attack speed finish, maybe? I don't know if they would give her lull speed res 4. Because I think Ashera got that? For her remix? I mean, I personally would rather Legendary Female Violet did that, just because, I mean, I have her at plus 10 already, so any extra copies I get would just be fodder. And there's like so many sources of attack speed finish for that I'd much rather get lull speed res for. Even though the lull skills, like their tier 4 versions are really not that great, but you know, there's still something. She's so cute. I always like to nickname her Button Muffin because she's cute as a button and she's as sweet as a muffin. Yeah, I wonder like who else would be in the refined batch. Let's see, we got Seth last month, but I think he skipped ahead by quite a bit, so I don't know if they would start working on the other Church of Saros members. I mean, Flame kind of really badly needs the refine because, you know, Elamine basically overtook her niche, at least for actual season. I wonder if, like, when Flame gets her refine, I wonder if she would get, like, Breath of Life 4 in her weapon. Because, the Caduceus staff, I think that's how you call it, or pronounce it, it gives extended, let's see, when a magic user equips it, it extends their magic range by 1. I can't remember if it might have also had some additional beneficial effects for, healers? I don't remember. Yeah, I mentioned probably like when Flame gets her refined, her damage reduction effect will probably be extended, so instead of it being just 2 spaces, it could be, you know, 3 or 4. 5 might be a bit too much. Oh my god, what is this? This is such a terrible circle. Probably gonna get more fallen Lumaras now that I summoned her daughter. Yeah, I wonder like what they could do with Shamir and Catherine. Because like Shamir has the sweep effect. I think if she's solo. So I wonder how they would capitalize on that. Like maybe remove the solo condition. And Catherine, like, her weapon was really weird upon release. Like, it was like basically conditional, brave effect, I think? So maybe they'll, like, give her like dual phase brave effect, since that's now sort of become the norm. I wonder what else they could do. Unfortunately, I never really used Catherine, so, in 3 houses. So I don't really remember what her Thunderbrand does. I actually don't remember who else was in last month's batch because Sedith kind of overshadowed everyone with how insanely bonkers good his refine is. Like, okay, if this is Sedith, who's like, okay, just oh, look at that. Oh, Kairi, 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 she's good. Whew. Alright, can this second orb please be the last remaining copy? Please. Please. Oh, there's smoke. Oh, it could be it. This could be it. Oh, that silhouette almost tricked me. But yeah, like, I mean, Sedith being, you know, a 3 or 4 star unit got such an insanely good support refine. It makes me wonder what's in store for Flame. I do wonder when the fallen units from the banner that had Dimitri, Edelgard, and the Morgans will get their time. Because, oh my gosh, does fallen Dimitri need it? He's like in the most unfortunate position right now. Because like his weapon is super mediocre, but you can't really upgrade it to the arcane weapon because then he loses out on his unique B skill. And like, why else would you run him if you can't run his B skill? He's just yet another generic infantry lance user. Like, his B skill gives him a sweep effect if he's solo. So yeah, oh, he's gonna need so much help. I hope that they refine the Morgans together. I mean, I feel like they should. Because, I mean, the Morgans basically have the same weapon effect, just, you know, one's a tome user and the other's an axe user. But then again, we got the Chris's together, and they're in the same boat, you know. Same kind of weapon effect, you know, just two different kinds. And they were refined separately. And as from what I understand, there's not even that much of a difference between their refines, so it's like, why aren't they just not refined together? Of course, the real money making question is, will Fallen Edelgard be part of that refined batch? Because, I mean, it does seem like there are certain characters that just outright get banished to no refined jail. Like, Base Ophelia, Surtur, are two notable examples. And I feel like it's probably because at the time of their release, they generated particular notoriety. Like with Ophelia, it was because it was so easy for her to get AoEs charged up on turn 1 because her tome, you know, if she has a certain amount of tome allies, it just instantly pre-charges her special. And this includes her own tome too. Oh, Midori. Can you believe that Midoriko shares her Japanese voice actor with Konya? Because I sure couldn't. I mean, like, Midoriko just sounds so precious and earnest here, and then you hear that same voice actor, you know, doing Konya's voice lines, and it's like, wow, this woman has range. Let's see, what do they play? Getting stuck by Lumera. I mean, I shouldn't be complaining because, you know, more rearmed units mean more fodder. Especially since she's infantry, so I can just easily give Language Rune 4 to a bunch of my infantry units now. But yeah, let's see, and Surtur, he's notorious because at the time of his release, he was such a pain to deal with. Like, keep in mind, things like no follow-up either were not as abundant as they are now, or they just outright didn't exist. I don't remember if no follow-up was already introduced at the time of Surtur's being summonable as a unit. Yeah, but since he has Wary Fighter in his kit, and here's the other thing, he could originally appear as an enemy unit on, you know, random maps, so like Training Tower, Tempest Trials, and this was especially especially annoying in, you know, Tempest Trials when you're trying to just grind up your, you know, your points, so you send in your auto battle team, and if you didn't have a counter for Surtur, he would just like, he was like so bulky at the time that he would basically just wall you out, and of course, if you tried to bait him, you know, you placed your melee tank or whatever in his range, then he would inflict like that free 20 damage. Yeah, he was just such a menace to deal with, to the point where Intelligent Systems did actually, in the news, post that we're taking him out of the normal enemy pool. And Fallen Edelgard, I feel like has probably similar notoriety. Again, like I said, at the time, Nullfolk was not that common, and she also had damage reduction. She could heal, and she could move, and she had extra turn actions, and she had, you know, guard, and she had special acceleration, so it was very easy for her to fire off bonfires, which would do a lot of damage. So yeah, she was just, for a time period, she was just such a pain to deal with. You basically needed specific counters to her. And like, because she was so bulky, you know, again, at the time, obviously she has not aged well, but even if you had units with like null follow-up, she was just so bulky that you would be lucky to be able to damage her and then get through, you know, be able to damage her enough through her healing. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see if she is still eligible for getting a weapon refined. Only 6 orbs, baby. Come on. Come on, Shesy! Shesy, come on! Yeah, I wonder what they would do with the Fallen Morgans refines. Because, like, the Morgans, how their weapons function is that they get additional effects depending on how many buffs they themselves have, and or how many debuffs the enemy has. And I feel like since we have so many visible status buffs now, that maybe their weapons could be upgraded to include, you know, visible status, you know, like warp or, you know, warping, special acceleration. Whew. Oh, Shaz, oh my god! Oh my god, Shaz, man, had I known, I would have gotten. Had I known if I would have gotten this many Ikes, I could have just like spoke to Shez. I'm like, Ike, I love you, man. You're like my favorite Fire Moon Lord ever, but too bad. Like, as I understand it, having like you can't basically get multiple emblem rings, so there's no point in if you get enough copies to plus 10 an emblem limit, going beyond that isn't really gonna help you out. It would just be fun at this point. I wonder what they would do with calling the nature there. Like ideally his refine would synergize still with his PRFPs go. Ah! 終わった! あーついに終わったよ! あー! ありがとう! おー! あーよいしょー! おー! あーついに終わったよー! おかえりおかえりおかえり。本当に感謝してる。
戦場での寝床をどう確保するか、なかなか難しい問題だ。
本当に。
この風、人を見きそうだな。いつも冷めてるって言われるが、お前のためなら熱くなるぞ。気に入ってた傭兵団が全滅した時にはさすがの俺も答えたよ。
よいしょー。I'm finally free. Well, thank you so much, so much for watching this this series that started off plus stunning Ike and ended up plus stunning also male Shez and Lumara too. I actually haven't checked to see how many copies I have. I'm sure it's up on screen post editing. But thank you so much for watching. I wish you the best of luck in your summons, and that wherever you are, you're able to take care of yourself and stay safe. And hopefully, I will not be doing any more summoning for a while. Hopefully IS does not suddenly drop an alt that I know I'm going to want to plus 10 upon immediate release. At least, I hope they don't do that anytime soon. So yeah, I will see you in the next summoning video.
あ、戦場での寝床をどう確保するか、なかなか難しい問題だ。なんだ、面白い話はできないぞ。いつも冷めてるって言われるが、お前のためなら熱くなるぞ。おい、敵かと思っちまっただろう。